Hello, Potato! Today is December the 1st, and here on Void of Intelligence that can mean only one thing. It's time to go on a little adventure. An Advent adventure. An Advent-Ture, if you will. Yep, it is that time of year when we start looking at Advent calendars. And every year I try to do like 2 toy calendars and a consumable calendar. Usually a Lego calendar, a something not Lego calendar, although not always, and a consumable of some sort. Like one year it was Lego and Funko and hot sauces, and then one year it was Lego and Hot Wheel and cheese, and last year it was Lego and cheese, and it was the Star Wars Lego, which was a mistake. It's always a mistake. The only reason to buy those Star Wars Lego Advents is because they do come with some cool minifigures, but they come with a lot of really annoying mini builds, and they're generally, overall, not enjoyable. And this year, it was time to decide what Advent calendars we would do. And, of course, naturally, there's going to be a Lego one. But, last year we had the Avengers Lego. It led stuff to the horrible pun title of Adventures Assemble, and you just can't get that every year. But this year they didn't do an Avengers calendar. They did something else. And I was trying to think what would my non-Lego calendar be. And I was looking at like Doorables and the Disney Store mini brands, and then on Shop Disney they dropped this. Now, unfortunately, it's going to fall open as soon as I let go of it, so I'm going to hold it for the moment and talk about it a little bit. So I didn't buy it originally because the original pictures were just like of this. I didn't show what was in it. It is the Droid Factory Advent calendars. It's in a little Jawa-shaped box with no real indication about what's. I mean, I'm sure that probably says Droid Factory Advent calendar, something on it, something like that. But no real indication, and they didn't originally have any pictures on the site as to what it was. Was it going to be 24 little mini droids that weren't like to scale or anything, like the size of the Doorables? Was it Build-A-Figures, which would be in line with Droid Factory? It just wasn't clear, and when it was clear, they sold out. But then they got it back in, and it was on sale, and I've got one, and I'm gonna let go so we can see, because there's like no Velcro or sticky stuff on here to hold it shut. So as soon as I let go, it's gonna fall open and reveal our calendar. Yep, this is our first calendar. It's gonna be the Droid Factory calendar. Now notice that this one has 25 doors, not the usual 24. Now I could of course started it yesterday and had just done box 1 by itself, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe on Christmas Day we'll do, instead of on the 24th where I just kind of compare everything and say which one ultimately I like the best. Maybe on Christmas Day we'll come back, we'll open that last door and do that kind of review stuff then. I don't know. It's a whole month away basically. We'll figure it out before then. But yeah, that's our non-Lego calendar. So what is our Lego calendar? I really liked the Avengers one last year. I was kind of disappointed they weren't doing one this year, but they did still do a Marvel calendar. And this year it's the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. So, looks pretty cool. We got Star-Lord and Groot and Rocket and Mantis. And I do expect to have one complaint about this. I'm going to say it now, and then I won't mention it again until we actually get to it. And that is, of course, Groot himself. Now, not that I don't like the Groot figure. I don't have a Groot figure. So it'll be nice to have a Groot figure. But you know how they make the taller ones? Like the original Woody from Toy Story minifigure had extra long legs to make him taller than Buzz. And they're using the same minifigure legs now on the Avatar sets. So they still make them. Yet Groot here does not have the extra long legs. Now, I haven't seen the holiday special yet. So maybe that's teenage Groot. And maybe that's why he's not full size. It would also explain why he's playing with a phone if it's teenage Groot and not full-grown Groot as he appeared in the original movie. So maybe I'm complaining about nothing, but it would have been nice to have him be the original Groot and have those longer legs to be taller than everybody else. But I still have high hopes for this. I feel like, so my understanding of this is it's going to have like one droid part every day. It's going to be like a total of 5 like droids that you build in this. And I'm assuming there'll probably be a gonk droid. It's not a gonk droid. Well, probably a gonk droid, because the picture on the box here doesn't say a mouse droid. But I honestly don't remember. I know I've seen pictures online, which is why I finally decided to go ahead and buy it. But I'm thinking for the first few days, the Droid Factory is not going to be a very good shower. It's going to be droid parts. But I'm hoping Guardians here will be just great out the gate. I'm guessing we'll get a minifigure on day 1. And that's always a good way to start. Now, we've got our Lego calendar. We've got our non-Lego calendar. Now it's time for our consumable calendar. And they had the Ilchester cheese one again, but it is literally the same as last year. And as much as I will miss the cheesy pun jokes this year, I've gone a different direction because it was literally the same. And I really liked the aged cheddar. I liked the red Leicester, but it had that Mexicana cheese in it, and that stuff was filthy. So we're not going to do that this year. Instead, we're going to go a little more mature. That's why we have a little drinks trolley here, because we're going to get into the Christmas spirit with some Christmas spirits. 12 days of spirits to be exact. Pour yourself some holiday cheer. Drink and be merry. Stay toasty, because you'll be delighted as you sweeten the season. Now, you may notice this only has 12 days on it. Void, you don't like 12-day calendars. You despise 12-day calendars. And you're right, I do despise 12-day calendars, which is why our Christmas spirits here have brought some backup Jack with the Jack Daniels Happy Holidays from Our Family to Yours 12-day Advent calendar. Yep, we've got enough for 24 days here, and we're gonna get a little tipsy on this one, I think, possibly. Have a little bit of booze every day. And of course, to get into the Christmas spirit and drink our Christmas spirits, I have brought the perfect thing to drink out of. I don't have, unfortunately, a Christmas Haunted Mansion shot glass, but we'll have to do with these wonderful spirits who are great all year round, the Hitchhiking Ghosts. Now, I have to decide, how am I going to do this? Am I going to just go through one and then do the other? That's boring. I like a little bit of chance in my life. So I'm going to put to use this. This is my little glitter-filled D20 from the Kurlheim item shop, not sponsored, that I picked up at Sac Anime Spring. So we're going to roll the dice each day. It's a D20. On days it rolls even, we'll do the 12 Days of Spirits. And on days it rolls odd, we'll do Jack Daniels. And of course, chances are, when we get to a certain point, we will have exhausted one calendar and just finish the rest. But until then, we have a little bit of chance in our spirits every day. We're going to keep our spirits bright. So, now that we've gone for like 10 minutes, and I've not even opened anything yet, let's start opening some stuff. So let's get these other things out of the way so we can start with the Droid Factory. Now this is really, this is kind of like the high point of Advent. Now you'd think when I'm done would be the high point, having like all my little toys to play with or decorate or put into my Lego village would be my high point, but no. It's day 1, slot 1, because it's like 4:59 on Friday afternoon. The whole weekend's ahead of you. We have a whole month of Advent goodies ahead of us. And it's just the anticipation is there. When it's done, it's 11 months before I get to do it again. Well, I mean, I guess like 9 months if I do a Halloween one again, but those tend to be only like half a month. And anyways, we've gone too long. Let's open Droid Factory day number 1. It's definitely kind of a flimsy box, so I'm afraid this may fall apart as the month progresses. And in true blind box style, we do have them wrapped in, I guess the Lego ones are that way too, aren't they? We have, it feels like a droid body, which that would make sense. It's a droid calendar. So what do we have for day number 1? We have a droid body. So the heads are going to be separate pieces. So each droid should be about 6 pieces, because we're going to have a leg, and a head, and then the body. It's a nice little red and gold thing. It's, I guess it's that one down there. So it's going to be, what is that, an R5? So yeah, I mean, that's, it's not super exciting on its own. I can see if you are a small child and this is your only advent calendar. See, as an adult, I can have as many advent calendars as I want. I may even have advent calendars that I'm not doing videos on, that are just for me. Indeed, my wife also may have her own advent calendars that she's not doing videos on, that are just for her. But yeah, as an adult, I can buy as many advent calendars as I want. So the fact that all I've got for day one is a droid body, which is disappointing, objectively disappointing, doesn't matter because we've got 2 more calendars to open. But it's nicely sculpted, nicely painted. It feels light. It feels lighter and slighter than I think a normal one. You know what? Hold on a second. Because I happen to have it handy here. No, it's not. It's not. Never mind. Never mind what I was going to say. I didn't say it. I'm not going to. I would probably be smart to edit this out because it's not relevant anymore. Is it? Is it? It isn't. All right, so here's what I was going to say. Is that looked an awful lot like one of the Star Wars droids that they sold separately last year, but it actually is different. That one is white with red and gold. This one's gold with red. So I just wasted a minute of your time for absolutely nothing. So without wasting any more time, let's move on to Lego, the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. Where do we open this? Where's the front of this? There's the front of this. So this one, at least, they have the decency to like tape shut so it doesn't fall open when you're trying to introduce it in your video. It stays shut until you want it open. Now, in past years, I've accidentally cut open the side of the box. I'm not going to do that this year. I'm just opening the front of the box. And here we have our 24 Lego boxes. So, there's day one. Let's pop open day one. And yep, it is a minifigure of Star-Lord. You know, I don't think I have Star-Lord. I have T'Challa Star-Lord, but I don't have a Star-Lord Star-Lord. So now I have a Star-Lord Star-Lord. Let's put Star-Lord together. We have an extra piece, but here is our holiday Star-Lord, who for some reason has like one of those hover tracks things. The box shows it fine. I'm sure when I watch the special, this will make a lot more sense. But he's got his little blasters, he's got 2 faces, got kind of a smirky smiley face and an angry face, because he's been a naughty boy and Santa's not bringing him anything for Christmas because he caused the snap to happen. So, day one, Droid Factory versus Lego Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, I mean, how can you not? Other than the fact that Star-Lord here won't stand up, because Star-Lord's even got a little mini build with him. It's not just the figure, it's the figure with stuff. So, how can I not give it to Lego today? I feel like it's going to take us a few days before Droid Factory has a chance. And even then, it's not going to be fair because I'm not going to be able to compare it to that day. It's going to be what we end up with at the end of that day, which will be a full droid. But still, I am pleased so far, one day down, and it's everything I hoped for. It's everything I could have dreamed it would be. And now, just to make my spirits a little brighter, let's brighten ourselves up with a little spirit. So let's, we'll leave the cover on that for the moment. Star-Lord does not want to stand up because tablecloth. And then he probably still won't stand up. What I need to do is get some base plate to stick him on, because, yeah, that would stick on a base plate. Maybe we'll do that for tomorrow. But not today, because today we still have to get our drink on and see which one of these we're going to open. Now, I believe I said evens and odds. So let's roll our Kurlheim item shop D20. And we've got 16. We've got evens. So, sorry, Jack, you stay closed for another day. And we'll start with day 1 of the 12 Days of Spirits. Now, this has all holiday-themed drinks in it. We've got peppermint schnapps and butterscotch schnapps and pumpkin spice liqueur and peanut butter whiskey. I'm really interested in that one. I wanted to do a peanut butter whiskey video this year, and I never went back and bought any of it, but it just sounded good like that, and maybe something like grape flavored and do like a peanut butter jelly kind of a drink. Peppermint vodka and vanilla vodka. So what's behind day 1? What's going to be the first thing to go on our drinks trolley? How do we open? Okay. I feel like this is... There we go. I feel like, I guess maybe if you have trouble opening this, you probably don't need any spirits. All right. So day 1, or 12 Days of Spirits, is Largo Bay Apple Spiced Rum. Rum with natural flavors and caramel color. I've never heard of Largo Bay. We're gonna have to classify that as an off-brand sort of a thing, but we're still gonna have ourselves not a full shot. I think this whole bottle would be the full shot, but we'll have enough just to get a taste. Maybe about a third of the bottle. That's probably good. Because what if I want to make a drink later in the month? Because there actually are recipes on here. It's a gingerbread eggnog recipe. Is it just that? I could have sworn there were more. Here we go. A cool spiced cider. There's another one. All right. So, here is our Largo Bay Apple Spiced Rum. Does smell nice. Smells of rum. Smells of apple. Not so much necessarily of spice, but it smells quite nice. Give it a... Down the hatch. Happy holidays. Nice. Strong rum flavor. Pretty sweet, but not like sweet enough to override the alcohol. But quite lovely. Bahia de Largo. Any other words on here? No, nothing else to say about it. But that's quite lovely. I enjoyed that. And at some point I will have to enjoy the rest of it. We got 2/3 to 3/4 of the bottle left. That's probably have to mix with something to make a nice little drink. Maybe in like one of those little like SpongeBob juice glasses. But that's it. This was kind of a long video for the Advent calendars. I promise you, with maybe the exception of the last one where I kind of go over it all together, they won't be as long as this every day. We won't need to look at them as much. It'll just be, open them and get them done. But that's it. That's day 1. We've got Star-Lord. We've got part of a droid. We've got some apple rum. And that is going to wrap it up. I hope you found it at all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Come on back tomorrow for more Advent-Ture. Adventure! See you in the next video.